Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 9th. We're just going to jump right in here, Scorpio, and see what is going on for you at this time. But that'll be that. So let's see here. You have definitely some sort of karmic situation coming up here in the first position. So that's interesting. You could be clearing up karma, or there could be like an ending to some, like, some sort of karmic situation, whatever you want to call it. And look at this, you have the Ace of Swords. Really, this could be like some sort of truth coming out type of reading. So if you're like one of those people waiting for closure, or Six of Pentacles wanting to pop off the end there. But really, I just have butterfingers today is what it boils down to. But you start off with this community card. And so if you're dealing with like a legal situation or a karmic situation that could be involving other people, I definitely feel there's either truth coming out or just a karmic correction. Again, I don't think it has to be all dramatic and all that other stuff, right? Sometimes I think there's just a karmic correction, which could have nothing to do with another person. It's like maybe someone did you dirty over here, and now there's a karmic correction, which could just be like a gift from the universe, where maybe something unrelated happens in your life is what I'm getting at here. And that is definitely popping into my head. I'm also getting something about children. I don't know, just intuitively I feel that some of you or multiple of you are watching this video and you have a child that is a Scorpio. This is something having to do with their life that's going on here. So if you're watching this video and you're not a Scorpio, or even if you are, if you have a child that is also a Scorpio, there's something going on here with them. But it feels like a correction to me. So if you have worries, fears about anything in their life, this feels like a correction just going on, plain and simple. I also feel that teamwork makes the dream work right now, of course. I'm a big fan of building groups, followings, networking, all that stuff right now. To me, it's like 20 times more powerful, maybe 100 than it normally would be because of the astrology until like the end of 2025. That does not mean we should stop by 2025. It means that we should be working our butts off to build a network right now, or a team, or whatever you want to do. It could just be friends, because again, it's going to be very, very beneficial in the near future. You have the Page of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Justice card. Again, law and order, plain and simple. The King of Swords is law and order. Ace of Swords, karmic victory, justice, all sorts of stuff. And you have the Justice card as well. So clearly, some of you are dealing with something that needs a correction or correcting. This is really simple stuff. There's really no reason to babble on and on and on about this, because to me, this always happens during Mercury retrograde. We have a retrograde starting on the 10th, where we've been in the shadow. And, during retrogrades, there can be correction. There can be karmic correction. We could be fixing or correcting things from the past. And, really there's just no need to go over this, is what I'm trying to get out here. And I feel like this is saying, if you're fixing anything at all, period, doesn't matter, just follow the rules of justice, You might be revisiting an old business idea. Justice says cause and effect. What works, what doesn't, do what works, right? And experiment. We have to put things on the scale. We have to see which side the scale goes in. Does it go towards the things we want, or does it bring us away from the things we want? As long as we're paying attention with the Justice card, then we find success. It doesn't even have to be legal success or justice success. It could just be financial success or love success, right? And so I feel like this is saying, trust your wisdom, right? And it's also saying, do your research and learn as much as you can with the Page of Swords. So I feel if you're revisiting anything, business, love, money, spirituality, whatever, that would be a good time for you to be curious and for you to see what works and try to figure out, what works, using the rules of justice, basically. You also have this mending card here. Again, I was getting something about children or a child here. If you have a child or children, or again, if you're watching this video and you have a child that you're worried about or something like that, what the heck? There are some geese that just flew by here. Everybody knows they get very distracted by birds. But anyway, I'd say if you have a child or anything like that, I feel some sort of healing or correction going on, especially if you've been worried about your child's direction in life, or if they're going on the right path or whatever. I feel like this is some sort of healing going on here. Even if you don't have children, again, I feel like this is just a healing. You have the Ten of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Hangman. The Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty, so there could be some, again, major healing or improvements coming in here with the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is also your dream life. It is like, they are normally dreaming of the 10 cups that are in the rainbow above them, and it's normally like a family on the card. So some of you could be doing a lot of dreaming. I do feel that you are doing a lot of dreaming with the Hangman. The Hangman is a card of enlightenment. He has made a sacrifice. On this card, she has made a sacrifice to lose use of her arms and her legs, but she's sacrificed the use of her arms and legs to gain knowledge and wisdom, and that's what I feel like you've been doing for a while. You have the Five of Pentacles. It's time to come inside, is what I'm getting here, Scorpio. Pretty much everyone's been getting the Five of Pentacles. I feel like the universe is like saying, yeah, it's time to get inside, to come inside. The Five of Pentacles is a card of being left out in the cold, feeling lack. But number one, Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. Number two, there's always a church, or there's always, windows in the background here. The church, the windows, they're meant to represent a place of sanctuary. It's like the solution to the problem of the Five of Pentacles is on the card. Number one, it could say, ask for help, right? King of Swords. King of Swords is very specific. King of Swords, Five of Pentacles. King of Swords is like find an expert if you have a legal problem, medical problem, any type of problem. King of Swords says there's an expert who can solve your problems very quickly. People always say, I don't have money to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm always like, well, there are plenty of experts on YouTube for free. There are books in the library for free. So it's like saying a solution to your problem exists, but you have to go inside. You have to be willing to look for it with the Five of Pentacles. At the end here, you have this, there is always enough card. I don't know, everything, I don't watch the news, is what I would say here. Everything in the news is inflation this, gas prices that, right? It doesn't matter what side you're on either, I don't take sides, right? I think we should just get rid of the government, period, plain and simple. We don't need reptile aliens telling us what to do. I can assure you of that. So there you go, I'm a crazy person. Someone's always like, you support Trump, you support this person, you support that person. Nope, support none of them. Get rid of them all. Send them to some prison planet somewhere, like on Men in Black, I don't care. But anyway, rant over. What I would say here with the koi fish is that there's a lot of abundance available to you. And I feel like you just need to see the abundance. But again, if you watch the news and things like that, your brain is going to be like, there's no abundance, right? So I feel like you need to realize that we come from this position, we come from never-ending source abundance and source intelligence, but we really need to believe it. The reason I push this stuff so much now as well is because, again, because of what's going on in the world, I feel like they're trying to make everything less. And I feel like we need to create more because there's no reason not to, right? We live in a truly abundant universe, and everything that they're doing is lack, which is boring, miserable, and horrible, right? So you have the Ace of Swords. So think abundantly is where I'm going with this. Ace of Swords, Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, beautiful. Two aces. I love two aces. Two aces to me is a definite yes to any question that I haven't answered. The Ace of Swords, card of victory and success, also card of the truth, kind of coming out. I do feel, again, that you could be receiving some sort of truth. But again, that's kind of a boring message to me because every single time there's a retrograde, I always get messages of truth coming out. I mean, to me, it's just a retrograde. That's what happens. Some bozo from the past comes back and says, I cheated on you. But you probably already knew. So it probably isn't even going to bother you. But again, I would be careful if you don't know because, it could hurt with that Ace of Swords. Two of Cups is a perfect match, so I do feel there could be love coming in for you. I'm not really picking up on any signs here. Again, we're going to clarify in just a second, and we're going to see what comes up. But you do have Pisces, Libra, any air sign here, any water sign really. But I'm not really particularly picking up on one sign or the other. But I do feel there could be love coming in. And you have the Ace of Cups, which is your emotions overflowing. Funny enough, it also represents never-ending abundance. This is a self-filling cup. It comes from the pool of universal consciousness, which normally the Ace of Cups is above. So there's like never-ending abundance available to you, but I feel like you have to believe it. So let's see what is going on for you here in this reading. With the Page of Swords, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, card of independence. It's also a card of success, and it's a card of gratitude and luxuries. So it can represent like good things coming in for you, which I definitely feel. With the King of Swords, you have the Lovers. Definitely, I would say, pick the new path in love. The Lovers traditionally was very specifically, sorry, let me just cover my face so that it actually focuses on this card. Maybe not, never mind, I quit. But anyway, what I would say here is that there's probably new love coming in for you. Traditionally, again, the Lovers was new love. This could also have a lot to do with your values because of that Nine of Pentacles. I've been telling everyone, Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus has a lot to do with the things that we value or values that we have. These values could be anything. You could value traveling. You could value fishing. You could value cupcakes. It doesn't matter what it is. But if you don't have something in your life that you value, whether it's an experience or something physical, doesn't matter. If you don't have something you value, then Uranus and Taurus is going to make you figure out a way to get those values into your life. So Uranus and Taurus really wants us to experience value, right? And all the nice things. Taurus is kind of like a sign of luxuries and the nicer things in life. So I would definitely think about that. Like, are there things that are missing? It's popping into my head. So that's why I'm saying this. Are there things that are missing that you need to figure out how to include them more into your life? With the Justice card, you have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I just feel like this is saying, I don't really feel good or bad about this. I just feel like it's saying that a situation is coming to an end that needs to come to an end. Probably like a karmic situation, like I said earlier. With the Ten of Cups, you have the High Priestess. Could be a Pisces coming in for you. I don't know. Pisces has been all up in everybody's business, as usual, right? But, High Priestess could also say, trust your intuition. The High Priestess also is like a little bit of a mystery. Sometimes I feel with the High Priestess, she has that tapestry behind her. And sometimes I feel like she just says, what's behind her, right? And you have to figure it out. You have to go on the journey to figure out what the mystery is. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Two of Swords. There you go. What is behind her? Two of Swords, normally a lady with the two swords crossed over her chest. And it's like there's a new island behind her. What's over there? We don't know. She has to go discover what is over there. I also feel this could be some sort of agreement. Again, Two of Swords is like a compromise, or it can represent kind of coming to an agreement with a person. So again, if you're dealing with like a legal situation or anything like that, this could be you coming to an agreement with that person. With the Hangman, you have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands, fortune after difficulty. I mean, no, it's not. But that's Ten of Cups. Ten of Wands is a heavy burden. I feel like you're about to put down the burden, though. Again, I like the personally, I like the Ten of Wands because normally the guy on the card, he's walking towards his house and he's carrying a harvest. It's like he is burdened. He has experienced burdens, but he's about to have a harvest because of it. I almost feel like the karmic rewards that you could be getting here in this reading are more rewards because of the hard work you've done, if that makes sense. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Strength card. I feel like you've been very patient waiting for the truth or waiting for victory with this Ace of Swords. So that's nice. I also feel like with that Strength card, I'm just getting like a better exchange of energy or something like that is popping into my head. Normally on the Strength card, the lady has the figure 8, the infinity symbol above her head. That just represents a good exchange of energy, the giving and the receiving. And so I feel like there is a giving and receiving situation coming in for you where it's much more balanced, justice this way. So I kind of like that. With the Two of Cups, you have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is needing to realize that you can easily set yourself free. Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction. So I feel like you need to set yourself free from things that you feel like are holding you back, number one. Number two, Eight of Swords, it kind of says that that you're too close to a problem. So it's funny that it's coming up in this row with the King of Swords, which again, King of Swords says you need to kind of look for an expert, another way of doing things. And the Eight of Swords definitely can say that. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Ace of Pentacles. 3 aces. Damn, I love this for you. 3 aces, this could be a victory, could be success. Ace of Pentacles is a card of potential or something that has potential. Let's just ask, what has potential in your life? Because it's not immediately clear. What has potential in Scorpio's life? Let's see. Page of Pentacles, something new. It could be a new person. Page of Pentacles is a card of studiousness as well. There's like a lot of learning going on here. But I feel like you need to learn by doing. You have all the Swords cards here, which is the logical, mental type of energy. But then you're starting to get more like Wands here and more stuff that is kind of like saying, okay, it's time to move forward. Hangman, I feel like he's learned everything he needs to learn. Now he needs to put it into action. And that's what I feel with that Page of Pentacles. King of Swords, so whatever you've learned potentially from a teacher or a mentor, if you have been learning from a person like that. Again, King of Swords, he has the most wisdom out of all the kings. He has taken the most action pretty much. And so, again, I feel like it's time to take action. And bottom row, Nine of Swords, something that scares you. I feel like we all need to face something that scares you. Again, it's very specific, I feel, based off the astrology. If you are like fearing people's eyes on you, if you are fearing doing something that could lead to you being exposed, like YouTube, or putting a piece of art out into the world or something, anything that could invite criticism, that's where the fear could be. It could also be love as well. And so I feel like you need to kind of like face your fears at this time. But this looks pretty good. So thank you for being here, Scorpio. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.